Hey everyone, today I have this My Little Pony book, The Fashion Fiasco. And yeah, so let's open it up. On the cover we got Rarity, Pinky, Twilight with their wings. It's from that era. Not much to say about the cover, it's just a bunch of vectors. And yeah, we got Rarity's cutie mark all over. Alright. And then here we got this. And then yeah, so here we go. It was a sunny morning in Manhattan, and Rarity was glowing with happiness. Today was the grand opening of her new boutique. Welcome to the most fashionable street in Equestria, she said to her friends. I like this picture of her face there, that's funny. Rarity opened the door, and her friends all gasped. The shop was dirty, drab, and covered in cobwebs. It was nothing like a fashionable boutique. It doesn't look like you'll be ready to open tonight, said Twilight Sparkle. As they were sweeping the floor, lots of boxes of clothes began to arrive, and a DJ's loud music suddenly started thumping from upstairs. Then Rarity found 3 raccoons living in the staff room.
I call the big one Bitey.
I shall have to design a window display, organize the clothes, and hire an assistant. My perfect dream is doomed. Rarity's friends gathered around her. If we all work together, I know we can help you stay true to your dream, said Twilight Sparkle. Why are they saying her full name? The ponies promised to finish the shop while Rarity started working on the window display. They knew that everything had to be absolutely perfect for Rarity. What would I do without you? Said Rarity. Each pony had a job to do. While Pinkie Pie went upstairs and made the DJ play quiet, dull music, Rainbow Dash hurried to hire an assistant. She knew that Rarity needed someone who understood fashion. She tried to think of the questions Rarity would ask. What sort of material is this? Dash said. Wouldn't it be Dash asked? Whatever. Twilight sorted the clothes into rainbow colors, then she worried that Rarity wouldn't like it and started again. It was much harder than she expected. Oh, and they spelled colors the British way. That's interesting. With tears in her eyes, Fluttershy asked the raccoons to leave. She knew that Rarity wouldn't want them in the storage room. Rarity's shop was in chaos. The raccoons were upset. Rainbow Dash still hadn't chosen an assistant, and the clothes were in a terrible muddle. Even the music was awful. I was really like the raccoons swinging around on the chandelier here. Why is everything going wrong? Said Twilight Sparkle. We're trying to do what Rarity would want, but it's a disaster. Then suddenly, she knew exactly what the problem was. Twilight Sparkle realized they were all trying to do what they imagined Rarity would want instead of being true to themselves. Rarity wanted our help because she trusts us to do it our way, she told the others. It's not too late. Let's all get to work and fix this. Twilight Sparkle started by organizing the clothes again, putting them into color order. Fluttershy begged her raccoon friends to stay in the staff room and away from Rarity's party. Pinkie Pie said sorry for making DJ Pone 3 play quieter music. Your beats will make the opening even more fun, she said. What better combination than a boutique dance club? Oh, and then we get to this weird in-between frame of Rainbow Dash here. Look at the teeth. That's a weird pose. What's going on with the neck there? She's like a noodle. Rainbow Dash may not know about clothes, but she certainly knows about speed. She turned to the ponies who wanted the job. I need a pony who'll be fast enough to help all of Rarity's customers, she said. First one to the river and back gets the job. The ponies stared at her. It's a race, she explained. Go! It was late, the stars were twinkling, and the shop was about to open. Rarity trotted in and gazed around in wonder. This is our idea of perfect, said Twilight Sparkle. Rarity's eyes shone with joy. Outside, a long queue of ponies was stretching down the street. Rarity went to let them in, feeling proud. The boutique is now open, she said. Music and lights danced around the boutique as the new sales ponies greeted the customers. They're pretty slow, said Rainbow Dash with a chuckle, but they know a lot more about fabric than I do. I hired them all. It was the most perfect grand opening Manhattan had ever seen. When she heard how her friends had solved the problems by doing what they each did best, Rarity smiled. I know I can always count on my friends, she said. Nothing could be more perfect than that. Oh, and just for the heck of it, here's the back cover. When Rarity's friends offer a helping hoof at the grand opening of her new shop, their attempts to copy her style almost ruin the event. Will the main 6 learn to trust their own skills and pull off the best party ever? Well, it's more the, 5 of the 6 who need to, whatever. Anyway, here we got Fluttershy with Angel Bunny, who's not in the book. And what do we got down here? Paragon. Oh, this book is part of a set. So, yeah, that's something. Also, no writer credited at all, from what I can find. This edition published by Paragon Books. Chartist House. Yeah, no writer. That's really weird. And the weird thing is, this is based on an actual episode of the show, and they don't credit the writer. That's pretty strange. When I picked up this book, I flipped through it, and, like, I remembered vaguely this episode, but this book does such a poor job of representing the episode. I I didn't remember what it actually was. I went back and I watched the actual episode and found it was actually really fun and memorable, and I did remember a lot of it. It's just that the book kind of cut out everything that was memorable about it. It leaves only the barest minimum. I understand that things have to be simplified for kids, but that unfortunately leaves the book kind of bland. It's fine, it's solid, but there's so much more going on in the actual episode. There's apparently so little of the actual episode adapted that the writer isn't even credited. The structure of the book loses what made the episode so unique. The book is straightforward, linear. The episode is in flashbacks. The ponies read a newspaper article and flash back to being interviewed for said article. In the interviews, they flash back yet again to the events surrounding Rarity's boutique. It's kind of interesting to see the story from a linear perspective, but it leaves out most of the memorable scenes and characters. The pony interviewing Rarity's friends looks like J. Jonah Jameson, the newspaper editor from Spider-Man. I'm sure this was intentional, given his role, but the voice actor doesn't give him a voice reminiscent of any J. Jonah Jamesons I've heard.
Okay, kid, you successfully opened a shop in Manhattan, and that's no mean feat.
There's a skinny teenager pony with braces and a love of spoons. Her dad, with a thick accent.
Spoon clothes is good idea.
A cute pink pony dancing in the club above Rarity's boutique. Pinky has little Rarity, Angel, and Devils on her shoulders. Vinyl Scratch is in the dance club. They use the awkward name DJ Pone 3, even though no one in the real world calls her that. One of Pinky's clones from Too Many Pinkie Pies pops up in the background, or is implied to be one of them. Coco Pamel with a cold. All of these characters are gone. Memorable scenes are gone as well. The bit with Twilight sweeping to the beat of the club's music isn't here. I guess it's an audio-based gag, which wouldn't translate to a book. Also, Coco Pamel being interviewed and only being able to sneeze is a funny bit. I like that part, and that's not here in the book. This episode has a lot of unique animation, which visually can't really go into a book. A particularly bizarre-looking frame of Rainbow Dash ends up in the book, however. The pictures in the book are screenshots straight from the show, and for Rainbow, they settled on an in-between frame. One odd alteration from the plot is the raccoons. In the episode, Fluttershy employs them as waiters. It's a cute little joke, as we see one of them in a little waiter outfit. In the book, this is changed to Fluttershy telling them to stay in the back room. Okay. Despite the structure being completely different, the book still ends with a screenshot of the ponies reading a newspaper in Rarity's house. There is some fun stuff left that makes it into the book, the raccoons playing on a chandelier and Dash having Rarity's future employees race. It's a bit of a disappointment compared to the episode. A trend with My Little Pony books that adapt episodes seems to be cutting nearly everything and keeping only the most basic plot intact. The result is a book that's acceptable but nowhere near as good as the episode it was based on. So, yeah, there's my thoughts on the Fashion Fiasco book based on the Saddle Row Review. You know, I think that's a weirder title, Saddle Row Review. Is that like a movie parody title or something? Anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.
But what are they doing here?
I call the big one Bitey.